Hi, my name is Arissa Lujano and I'm the Registered Dietitian at Castle Family Health Centers. Today I'm going to be showing you some recipes on some better healthy breakfast. A lot of times we tend to skip breakfast in the morning. Trust me, I get it. We get up, we're a little bit too tired, so these are going to be simple, less than 10-minute recipe ideas. I encourage you to try and shift your breakfast or your meals just in general to earlier in the day. If you think about it, you might not be hungry in the morning because you had a later dinner late at night. So, especially if you have something like diabetes, I encourage you to not skip meals because this puts you at risk for low blood sugar. And remember, Castle has a teaching kitchen. You can learn a lot of recipes similar to what we're doing today and eat them if you're a patient of Castle and can take advantage of this opportunity. But hold tight. I'll give you some more information at the end of this video how you can cook with me and sign up. Before you begin cooking is to wash your hands. The CDC recommends washing for at least 20 seconds with warm water and soap. Make sure you're also sanitizing the surface areas you're working on. The first recipe is peanut butter and jelly oatmeal. This is a really healthy twist on a classic PB&J. There's a lot of different ways to make oatmeal. I know in the grocery store you might see the little instant packets, right? I encourage you to either get the plain ones and not choose the flavored ones because these have a lot of added sugar. So let's get started. Instead of using the jar jam of what you would usually see at the grocery store, we're gonna make our own with only 2 ingredients and not a ton of added sugar. First, we're gonna start with a cup of frozen fruit. You can use your favorite fruit, mango, pineapple. Today, I use a mix of frozen berries. We're gonna heat this over some medium heat and just wait a couple of minutes until it cooks down and gets a little bit of a bubble to it. After the frozen fruit has come to a little bit of a boil, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. Chia seeds expand when they're in a liquid, so it's gonna give it that jammy texture. Chia seeds also have a lot of great healthy fats in it, omega-3s, so if you're somebody who's trying to take care of their heart, this is a great ingredient to add into your salads, yogurts. So we're gonna mix this to make sure that it's well incorporated. After you see that the chia seeds have gotten all over those fruits, we're gonna turn the heat off, remove it from heat, and let it sit for about 5 minutes. All we have to do is put all of our ingredients together now to make our peanut butter and jelly oatmeal. I just cooked about half a cup of dry oatmeal over the stove with some water. Peanut butter. And when you're shopping for peanut butter, I encourage you to again look at that nutrition label and take a look at the ingredient list. Make sure that there's only peanuts and maybe a little bit of salt in there. A lot of peanut butters like to have added sugars and added oils, which have no purpose being in there. So that's our peanut butter. And next is our chia jam that we just made. The chia seeds added tons of fiber to this fruit. So again, making it a breakfast to help you stay full throughout that morning and sustain your day. And it's important to know with this chia jam that it doesn't have to be limited to oatmeal. You can add it in your smoothies, on your toast, in your yogurt, whatever you want to do with it, even if you want to take it right out of the jar with a spoon. It can be stored in the refrigerator up to a week. After we add all those things together, enjoy. Feel free to mix it up and make it a peanut butter and jelly swirl. Good morning, right? Next is blender banana pancakes, a healthy twist on a comfort food like pancakes. It only uses 5 ingredients and it's going to take less than 10 minutes to make. The first ingredient is eggs. I know eggs have a lot of controversy over them. Is it bad? Is it good? Do I eat it or do I not? Keep calm and eat the egg. And eat the whole egg. And yes, that means the yolk too. Egg is a lean protein source, a cheap option as well, and it's gonna have over 13 essential vitamins and minerals to it, including things like choline, lutein, which is important, especially if you're pregnant. Choline is gonna be really important for the development of the baby's spinal cord. There's also a lot of controversy of it has cholesterol in it, right? There's 2 different types of cholesterol. HDL considered the healthy cholesterol, and LDL, we can consider it the lousy cholesterol. So when you go to the doctor's office and they say your cholesterol's high, they're talking about that LDL cholesterol. Eggs, the yolk has that HDL cholesterol or the healthy cholesterol. So that's why I say keep calm and eat the whole entire egg. Next is going to be bananas. Bananas are going to be a year-round cheap fruit option. And if you have diabetes, fun fact, still eat the banana, but be mindful of what it looks like on the outside. I encourage you to eat it right out of that green stage or when it's perfectly yellow. When it starts to have those little brown dots on it, it's going to have more sugar. So eat only half or freeze it and save it for banana bread, smoothies, add it in yogurts, and things like that. Next up is flax seeds. These are gonna be ground up flax seeds, and when you go to the grocery store, get them ground up. If you buy the whole seed, you're not receiving all that nutrition in it. It's just gonna go right through your system and out the other end. It's gonna have a lot of healthy fats in there, great for eyesight and heart health. Next is oatmeal. Again, a whole grain, a cheap option when you go to the grocery store, having tons of fiber, B vitamins, and all those healthy ingredients you want in your body. Lastly, we're just gonna sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon. If you don't like cinnamon, you can feel free to eliminate this, or feel free to get creative too. Add a little bit of vanilla or whatever you have in your pantry. Next, we're just gonna blend this all up. We're gonna blend all these ingredients until they're well incorporated, maybe about a minute or two. So let's get started. If it's a little bit too clumpy for your liking, feel free to add about a tablespoon or two of water. Looks good. Now we're gonna move to the griddle and it'll make about 3 to 5 pancakes. First, we're gonna start by lightly greasing our skillet. After we have our batter, we're gonna pour it on there. It'll make about 3 to 5, depending on the size you want, of the pancakes. They're gonna take about 2 minutes on each side, and we just wait to flip. And there you have it, easy blender banana pancakes with only 5 ingredients. I cut up a little bit extra banana and placed it there. You can add other fruit that you like, garnish it with a little bit of peanut butter for a little extra protein, or if you want a little bit of more sweetness, you can add a little bit of honey. This recipe is gonna be kid approved, so feel free to make this Sunday morning and serve it to your kids. And let's dig in. Last recipe is huevos rancheros. Typically and traditionally, huevos rancheros is made with a fried tortilla, fried egg, refried beans, and a tomato chili sauce. Today, it's gonna be a little bit of a healthier and lighter version of it, so let's get started. First, we're gonna start with a baked tortilla instead of a fried. All I did was take it straight out of the package, pop it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 10 minutes. I flipped them once while they were in there. So we start with that as our base. Next, refried beans. I used canned black refried beans. If you wanna choose a can, choose the low fat option, or if you wanna make it at home, that's totally fine. Just remember, instead of using lard for refrying, try and use canola oil or olive oil. So I'm just getting about 1/4 of a cup or so, spreading that around till it covers the entire tortilla. Next, a fried egg. And I know we talked about eggs already, but as you can see, I'm using the whole egg. Remembering the yolk is a very healthy part of the egg, so don't skip out on that. Place that right on top. Next, the enchilada sauce. Again, I use something at the grocery store, canned, jarred. There is a low salt option, so make sure you're reaching for that as well. Or if you make your own at home, stay mindful of how much salt you're adding as well. So I'm just drizzling that on top, about 2 tablespoons or so. And also, depending on how hot you like it or if you make it, you can decide on that as well. Different toppings include some cilantro, which I'm gonna place over here. Also some jalapeno for a little bit of spiciness. I love my spice in breakfast. Some avocado if you want. You can put that right on at the end or take it as you're biting it, each one. And a little bit of feta cheese or queso fresco. Again, we're not using a lot. The star of the ingredient is the black beans, which is gonna be a healthy option, a high fiber source to start your day. So let's dig in. Really good. Thank you again for cooking with me today. I hope you learned some great ideas that you can bring into your own home. Again, my name is Arissa Lujano and I'm the Registered Dietitian at Castle Family Health Centers. I would love to work with you and your health goals, especially if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or just want to learn some healthy tips to live a better lifestyle. We have a lot of health educators, and don't forget about the Teaching Kitchen at Castle. Hang on tight, I'm gonna put some more resources on the upcoming slides where you can learn more.